In the meantime, coming up next is SuperTux. Do we wait the? Huh? Okay, it should be about a 5-minute break before we come back, and then we should be starting with the run. Cheers. And we are back. And we have the run prepared this time. So just as a reminder, the donation goal of 1,000... We're currently at £1,117. That's ridiculous. Thank you so much for all those donations. There is actually an incentive that is just coming up. That is the third and final stretch of the Hot Sauce Challenge, in which Joel will be subjected to a 6 million Scoville hot sauce. So, I apologise in advance if that happens, which we are very close to doing. But now we have a run of SuperTux Kart by Servalot. We'll switch over to you now. Sorry?
Just SuperTux.
Sorry, I've been playing SuperTux Kart recently,
yeah.
so I I accidentally said that.
The better game.
It is also a good game. So, from what I understand, this is a Linux-themed game in some ways.
Yeah.
We can start and then commentate.
Sure.
Yeah. So, what count you in? 3. Are you good to count in? Okay. 3, 2, 1, and you should be good to start.
All right. Hi, my name is Ali or Servalot. I've been speedrunning this game for about 4.5 years. This is SuperTux. And basically, it's an open source game that was started sort of around like 2002, and yeah, it's still in development. But it's basically a nice little platformer. And I'm going to be running the Forest World today. This is supposed to be the second world in I guess the series of worlds that are normally supposed to be here. And yeah, so.
So when about does time start, or did it just start?
Time starts after the black screen. So when I enter the level, there'll be a black screen, and then the time will start when I enter the level. So yeah, basically this world is like a lot more difficult than the Icy Island variant, which is the first world. But hopefully we should be able to get a nice run in today.
Okay.
So yeah.
And it starts now?
Time starts after this,
okay.
So I can count in. So in 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah.
Right.
So
what would you say that makes SuperTux special?
maybe the long development period. Like
long development period.
This game is still in development technically.
Oh really?
Because it's open source. So yeah. So. I'm not sure, but I think this game started development, I think late 1990s technically.
Oh wow.
But sort of the first primary version was in like 2000.
So I guess the idea is that it's just kind of like an open source platform that anyone can contribute to.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna finish the first level there. That was a little bit slow. I lost about 0.3. This game is actually quite optimized in, like, my opinion, for like the amount of runners that we have. Basically, the runners that we do have been running this game for a while, and unfortunately, I didn't slow down enough there. I had too much momentum.
Oh, okay. So do you kind of have like almost penguin physics in that you like slide down the platforms and stuff? That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so I just took it a little bit slower there, unfortunately, but that's fine.
That's definitely a unique feature, to having a platformer that, in theory, anyone can just sort of knock open, change a few things, and then submit.
Yeah. So yeah, basically anyone can work on this game, and this is actually, I didn't explain this, but this is one of the older versions. So I'm not entirely sure when this version was released, but sorry, this part is precise. There we go. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure when this version was released. But some of the newer versions came out as of like a year ago. So a year ago in December. Not last year, but like 2021 December, I think. Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay.
We have a couple of donations actually. So firstly, we have a random dude who donated £1.50, saying. So this is actually when they went out on the Among Us costume run. Someone physically donated them £1.50, so they decided to put it into the donation to Tiltify as well. So that's really nice of them. So to whoever random dude is, thank you very much. We also have Lauren, who donated £13 and said, "Please get each other pats on the head from me. You're all doing a great job. Thank you."
So what you saw there was I actually grabbed the key and then exited the level. So when you get, I didn't explain this by the way, Forest World has 5 keys that you need. You can actually see them in the top left. And this is what makes it quite unique compared to the Icy Island, is that the 5 keys grant you access to the castle, and then in the castle there's the boss in the final level. So we just grabbed the first key. It's like right at the beginning of the run, and we exited the level immediately. So I'm gonna do a little jump there, and I did not get that unfortunately.
Oh.
So that jump is a 3-frame window, but it's fine. I'll just wait. Basically, yeah, 5 keys. All the levels are quite big, and yeah, when we grab the key, we exit the stage. Otherwise, a like 9-second cutscene plays. When it then triggers the end of the level, like a little script that actually sets the flag of the level completion to true. So in this level that we're entering, it's a key level. So you think we're probably going to skip when we grab the key, but actually we're not. We want to wait for the cutscene to play out, so we get the flag to be true. And that will allow us to continue past. Because if you skip the level when you grab the key, it won't be complete, so you can't go past. And yeah, this is just what is like the most optimal route at the moment. It's funny because when I started running this world, at least, there was someone else who had a time of like 18 minutes or so, and he did this really like strange route where he just sort of went around the entire map and didn't really like do anything that optimal in terms of the route. So I decided to reroute it, and it ended up saving about a minute, which was just like yeah. Anyway, this is like a tech-heavy level. That is like a slightly precise jump there. Your momentum kind of gets locked when you jump on steep slopes like that. Yeah, there we go. And we should be grabbing the next key here. Yeah. So we have to wait for this cutscene to play out. It's about 9 seconds long. The other 4 keys, we do skip this little cutscene. And that, yeah, so 4 times 9, it saves about 36 seconds, which is pretty cool. This next part, so the next level has a skip in it. I'm gonna attempt it. I don't think I'll get it. Mainly because I seem to get it around 1 in 15 tries. It's not only very difficult, but it's very RNG dependent. So basically, I don't know if you saw that little purple thing flying over my head there, but that is called a Zeekling, or a dragon, as we
it kind of swoops down to try and get you, doesn't it?
Yes, so when you're underneath it, it actually tries diving for you, but you can actually kind of manipulate it somehow to dive extremely early, even when you're not underneath it.
Yeah.
And that is called like a buggy dragon, basically. And we try to manipulate that by it's basically. Oh my goodness, that guy is not supposed to dive. I don't know why he did.
Yeah. Okay. If you need to concentrate for a second, that's perfectly fine, by the way.
Oh no, the beginning is actually the beginning of this level is quite easy.
Oh, okay.
The skip is coming up, and then it just gets like the difficulty just skyrockets. So
just like kind of gets ridiculously high at some point.
Yeah. So
yeah, I suppose that would. But that kind of ends up happening when you have like an open source platformer, right? Because the people who have like designed the earlier levels, they're gonna be like, okay, we're designing a really slow, careful game, and then someone else comes in and edits all the way to levels to be really difficult.
I don't think I am getting it. I don't think I'm getting that, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you kind of see the idea there. You try and go over. That was slightly unlucky because both of the high dragons there had sort of overlapping speeds. Basically, the speed value is what is random. So you can have... Yep. You can have like numerous combinations of speeds there. But alas, that was really good otherwise. Yeah.
But we have a £2 donation from Wisey that says, enjoying the event and loving this amazing SuperTux run. Best of luck, Servalot.
That's actually that's my boyfriend, so that's really nice
fair enough.
to hear.
Okay. We also have another donation of £20 from Ed that says Owen plus maid costume equals hot, with a little fire emoji as well. I think they're hoping for a certain donation incentive to be hit.
Alright, and this is going underground. It's just some pretty simple like turnarounds that you try to want to be optimal with. This level is very much cycle based. This jump is precise, but just got it, so that was fine. Yeah, basically the water shocks every time you hear the thunder strike. And we're gonna grab this key and head on to Countercurrent next. And Countercurrent is a difficult one. This stage has some randomness towards the end, and just some precise platforming here. That was a little bit slow, so I'm going to jump slightly lower for that leap of faith. And yeah, you really have to predict at like what pace you're completing this level at, because it is really important for those platforms that are at the bottom there. Those are sort of global cycles. So now that I'm in a new sector, it's a new global cycle, and I'm not making that because I lost a bit of speed on my turnaround there. But I got the backup, which is really good, so I only lost about 4 seconds.
You can start to see that these levels are getting more and more, shall we say, insidiously designed.
Yeah, it lends itself to be more difficult as it goes along in the run.
So this is is it one big world map, or is it like kind of different worlds?
So in an older version, these two world maps were actually linked together. So Forest and Icy Island were both in one sort of map, and you can get a boat to go across them. But in this version, for some reason, they decided to remove that and just put them into two separate maps, which no one really understands why. And now we're in the last key level that we need to get. I realized I was going to hop on that, so I didn't hold left because I would have died otherwise. So yeah, this part is definitely just like an auto-scroller. We have to wait, basically. We actually theorized a way to skip this recently. If you see in that corner there, like that little corner where that ledge is, we theorized a way of getting it like a snail into that position by kicking it a bunch and then freezing it somehow.
So you actually asked earlier. You wondered when 05.
I made a mistake.
0.51 was released, and I can tell you, it was officially released as stable in 2016. But the actual 0.0.0 version was back in 2000. That's quite a way.
Yeah.
This game is older than I am.
I have never made that mistake, by the way. Mainly because this loses about like 40 seconds or something.
Oh, that's okay.
So yeah, that was a bit silly of me. Anyway, now that we've got the last key, we can go into the castle, and this is where stuff just gets a bit silly. This little key level plays. We try to just keep our momentum going through these doors. And the castle levels, basically every single one is either difficult or easy, but extremely random.
Right.
So the next level is quite difficult.
I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, we're going to be aiming for ideally first platform cycle at the top of the stage. It's a global cycle, so you have to be relatively quick throughout the entire level.
Yeah. I mean, in a run earlier today, unfortunately, luck was not on our runner's side.
Yeah.
So let's hope it's on yours.
And you can just see I'm using the camera just to like look at different places of the level, basically. Right, so here I need to wait for the platform a little bit and then do a full jump. Not good. Basically, I wanted to not take damage on that owl and jump in such a way that it doesn't drop its skydive, which is actually its little bomb. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab a power-up at the bottom of this level, which is not very standard, by the way. So I could have grabbed a power-up earlier, but I really want to get this for Little Venice because this level is very random. So basically, you're going to see in a second, there's Scully hops, and what these things do is they basically just jump all over the place. They're an absolute nightmare.
You got some enemies here that just kind of transform into bombs when you defeat them.
Yeah. Yeah, those are bombs. But luckily, that was perfectly fine. Everything is going smooth here. And I think I'm not getting the cycle manip. So there's actually a way you can manipulate your camera by jumping in certain positions. And you can get the darts to basically not shoot. But it did shoot, and I lost about a second and a half to that. So that's fine. Okay, so this level is, I think, the most difficult level, probably like in this version to speedrun, out of any level. And I dropped an input. That's fine. Oh my, that's not fine. Okay. Yeah, this beginning jump is a bit annoying. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this level's very tech heavy. There's lots of very precise sort of micro movements you have to do in order to reach like certain cycles, and lots of like types of input as well. Like we need to release action to throw the spring. We need to hold down action to like pick it up, and short little jumps and hops. I did not make that. I thought I was gonna make that. Okay, we're gonna start playing this a bit slower now. Yeah, unfortunately, when you do die, sometimes it does actually lose like 20 seconds, and there's yeah, not much you can do about it sometimes.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm actually going to take damage here, I think, just because it's going to be a little bit faster to navigate these sections. Yeah, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to like basically lose our speed on these walls so we can throw the spring downwards immediately. When you have speed and you try and throw a spring, it does like throw it quite far. And I probably should have died for this part. Okay, I don't know what that cycle was.
Okay,
but
nice.
Anyway.
Is this the wait? So this appears to be the last level.
This is indeed the last level. I'm trying to hit a cycle here, which needs that sort of fast acceleration, we call it. That is the cycle I want to hit. Now I want to get this power up, and we're going to do a skip. We're going to do quite, hopefully, we're going to do 2 sequence breaks. So the first one is here, using this snail. We can do a very precise jump there. And hopefully using this snail, we can get on top here. Cool. So what we've just done is we've just skipped like a bunch of the level in 2 areas, and I found both of those kind of a while ago, like a few years ago. So that's cool.
You found them.
Yeah, and this is the final boss. It's really, really weird. And basically, we're gonna die, but time is coming up, and time. Yeah.
Nice.
So you die, and then the run finishes. It's kind of a cool ending, but yeah, it's legit because it says best time completed.
Nice.
And that means the level's finished. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that was like 16 minutes.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I thought it was gonna be like something really bad after that death.
I think, yeah, don't worry about the nerves. You were doing fine.
Yeah. So that was Forest World. Yeah,
the game seems to be developed quite a bit since. I had a little look I had a little check on the Wikipedia page while you're doing the run.
Yeah, the game is still in development. I believe we're trying to work on 0.7.0 now, and I say we because I'm actually a developer of this game.
Oh, nice.
Now, as of like last year. So I basically do level design and hopefully music as well in the future.
It says that 0.7 is planned to release at the end of 2023,
yes,
hopefully.
It's planned, yeah. I believe we still have some graphics to overhaul, and we still have we're actually remaking some of the bonus islands. So like basically these first 3 things.
Yeah.
actually first 4. We're trying to remake the first bonus island basically, because they were made like in, I don't know, they were made in like 2004 or something.
Yeah.
And now the game's updated so much, those levels have not changed since. So yeah, that was SuperTux. I've been Servalot, and yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys.
Oh,
This
thank
is
you
really
so
cool.
much for being on as well. It's great. Thank you very much. Okay. All right.